NBA gambling scandal update. It is what it is, Mr. Big Shot. They call other guys Mr. Big Shot. And boy, oh boy, the latest on Chauncey Billups, his arraignment for, his charges in the NBA scandalous gamble scandal world. Let's see what it is.
Portland Trailblazers head coach and NBA Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups was in a Brooklyn federal court this morning to face arraignment. He's pleaded not guilty to charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. Authorities allege he participated in mafia-backed rigged poker games. Billups is on unpaid leave from the Trailblazers. I want to bring in CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarlane, who's following this arraignment for us from Washington. Scott, can you walk us through what happened in court this morning and also remind us what Billups and others allegedly connected in this gambling scheme are accused of?
Well, Chauncey Billups is certainly the most famous name and the most famous face in what is really a high-level, high-octane criminal case. Dozens of people are implicated. Dozens of people are charged. So you had an arraignment this morning in which Chauncey Billups pleaded not guilty, as expected. But they're just trying to get their bearings on this enormous case with so many different stakeholders, so many different matters, and so many different hearings forthcoming. You'll recall there's two parallel cases here, one of which is the NBA case, one of which is the poker case. It's actually Chauncey Billups, the Basketball Hall of Famer, who's in the poker case. Chauncey Billups is accused of being what they call the face card, the famous face to draw players to an illegal poker game, the proceeds of which allegedly went to the mafia. Chauncey Billups has pleaded not guilty, is denying the accusations, but they say he was a knowing component of this doctored poker game in which there was all kinds of technology employed to fix the games and get the money from deep-pocketed gamblers into the pockets of the mob.
Wow.
Chauncey Billups, that's the latest. He was arraigned, $5 million bond. I guess he could afford it, obviously. He's on unpaid leave. That's what I'm surprised about. I'm surprised maybe the coaches don't have a union, but I mean, I don't know if I got your feeling on the whole scandal in general. I know Barkley was going back and forth with Kenny Smith, thinking that this has nothing to do with gambling addiction, and then Chauncey Billups thing isn't really that. As I just don't think gambling is around without people being addicted. That's just what it is. But aside from that, there's an outside world to the addiction that people do not talk about. And being a high roller is one of them. Being around high rollers is another thing. Being a part of Ocean's 11. This is some Ocean's 11 thing, like what they were talking about. And this is, a coach being a part of this. It's, gives credence or is more evidence to the conspiracy theorist guys, right? Like, yo, this game is rigged, man. My parlay, what's going on? Why they take him out the game? We see clips of the Golden State Warriors talking about the spread. Like, they're really talking about this, all boy. And this is Mr. Big Shot. This is a guy. This ain't Draymond Green. I don't think any of us have ever doubted Chauncey Billups' legacy, the way he came out of Colorado University, if I'm not mistaken. No, he went to Kentucky because he played with Patino, right?
Who, Billups?
Yeah. Did he go to Colorado?
Nah, he went to Colorado.
Went to Colorado. I know he's from there. So for his story to, being like a journeyman at first and then to settle in and become such a pivotal guy, he always seemed like a stand-up dude. Like he almost didn't belong on TV because it felt like everybody else was fake, and he's not here for the show. He seemed just very honest, and obviously, I don't think that dictates who anybody is. I think this is just a part of the world that people can't believe, and I think a lot of these people that are reporting on it, they're lying. I think a lot of people are lying. Like, you don't know somebody that you work with that is involved in something like this. You don't know. They're not gonna announce it. There's a lot to this that's unfortunate, but mostly because he's on the face of this, and of course you got the mobsters that they really don't get that. I could find out who they are. Like I watch the videos and all that. All we see is Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier face, and Damon Jones faces. Oh boy.
I mean, this is a very sensitive topic. These is people's lives on the line. Gambling addiction is for real. You talking to a guy that been gambling his whole life. The infatuation with gambling is for real. If you never done it, if you never been around it, you don't understand. Sometimes it's just the action. Like some of these guys are probably just addicted to, I'm hanging out with the fellas, we smoking cigars, we drinking, we talking shit, and it just so happened The cards is in front of me, or the dice is in front of me. I always thought gambling should be illegal when it comes to sports. But see, this is like entrapment. The NBA,
Mm.
sports today, they invite gambling, right? Because it brings so much money. But now you're gonna tell me I can't gamble? Now, I understood the Terry Rozier thing. You can't throw games. Like like that right there is illegal. To me, what Chauncey Billups was doing, that's your own personal time. That's personal. Now, if you was rigging games and you working for the mob, then that's. But I just think gambling as a whole is just no good. It's just no good. And these sports, these leagues is going to have to figure out a way to police this much better, because people commit suicide from these gambling addictions, bro. Chauncey Billups right now, just think about the embarrassment with you and your family. Like, you was an NBA head coach, respected NBA player, Hall of Famer, champion, Mr. Big Shot, right? And it's like, now look, because of gambling. Like, people really need to understand, that this thing is for real. And the world today, they're turning us all into gamblers. I know kids that's 14, 15 that do parlays on their phone. Like it's for real. Females nowadays gambling. They are turning us into gamblers, and then you're getting in trouble for doing it. So I think this thing is I think when they go down this rabbit hole, I think a lot of people is gonna get in trouble. It's gonna take some time, but this is going to get ugly, because I think everybody does it. I think everybody does it. Do I think everybody is throwing games? No. But do I think these guys are gambling? Playing in illegal poker games? Um, yes. Yes, I do. And a lot of these guys got friends that's gambling. It's just no good. It's just no good. And for me, I'm not in their shoes, so I don't want to be a hypocrite and say I don't understand how somebody would do this, but I have to be honest. Terry Rozier is getting 25, 30 million a year. What are you gambling for, bro? You already hit the lick. I'm sorry. These dudes are too spoiled. I heard and I'm gonna let you cook because I'm a little aggravated.
Mm.
What's your man name that played for the Giants, the wide receiver? And he's now all over the place. Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham said, and he's the second person I heard say this. Somebody else I heard say this. The new thing now is, if you got $100 million contract, that's no money. I'm gonna say it again. These niggas now is saying 100 million ain't no money, because they say, well, after taxes and you pay this and you pay that, now after that 100, you're left with 40, 50. 40, $50 million ain't no money. Yo, man, these guys are trying to judge like the world, social media, they having people go crazy, bro. This shit is insane. And if we don't get it together, this is going to get out of control. And it's going to be to the point where you ain't going to have no sport, because everybody going to be doing dumb shit. You heard what Michael Porter Jr. said. That might have been the illest shit ever. So it's sad that these guys are willing to jeopardize and lose everything. And when I say everything, I mean relationships, family, money, career, jobs, just because of that addiction to gambling, which has been going on forever. God rest his soul, man. The great Pete Rose. Know what I'm saying? It goes how far back. And listen, the FBI is smart. They always gonna have snitches. They gonna always have guys that's willing to tell. So you're not gonna be able to hide. You better off going to Atlantic City or Vegas and getting your private room and do your thing like that. But these guys are bugging. I don't understand it. It's getting out of control to the point now where guys are trying to justify the idiotic things that they're doing, the choices that they're doing. I've never heard nobody in my existence, 48 years on this planet Earth, say $100 million is nothing.
We heard Spreewell say, I gotta feed my kids. There's a lot. I think I understand what you're saying, and the fact I think a lot of people react the way you do if Odell Beckham says that. I think again that's part of this high roller lifestyle. Like, bro, this is a different life. I don't care what you at in your life. Very few people get to live like that. And that's why
But
what we always say.
but hold,
I'd
hold on,
rather
Fabian. Hold on, Fabian. I'm sorry to cut you off. So, Q Burrow brother, real quick. Everybody know Jordan gambles. Everybody know Charles Barkley gambles. You know what they not doing? They're not gambling with the mob. They not cheating nobody out their money.
they're not. But again, we were doing a live and I had to go back to the guy Slim from North Carolina who Mike owed him money and he had to go to court and he was hanging out with gangsters, bro. This is Michael Jordan, and the rumor was that the mob got his pops, whatever it was. And whether it was true or not, the fact that we believe it is because he was that much of a gambler. He did get caught in the Eastern Conference Finals going to Atlantic City. And again,
Yeah,
I'm not saying this to make it out to be a bad guy. I'm just saying, bro, good people do bad things, bad people do good things, or however you want to take that. I just feel like that lifestyle is way different than 9 to 5 regular normal. You can't hide people. It just seems too addictive for Odell Beckham to say $100 million ain't nothing. What that sounds like to me is that you want to go everywhere and just swipe. It's swipe. Everything's at the touch of a button. And then when it's all gone, I can only imagine how that feels. So I try not to be judgmental in this. Of course, you want to call them stupid. I call myself stupid if I got caught up like that. Damn, that was dumb. But at the same time, it's easy to say that when you ain't get that high. That's a different kind of high. It just is, and I gotta
yeah,
acknowledge it. Like, yo, damn, rolling the dice over there with Joe, was it Big Nose Brown and all these nicknames with the mob? Like, Goodfellas is real. Goodfellas is real. Are we talking about when Flea asks, yo, it's true Bobby Brown got by the yeah, bro. All the dudes that we knew, the big time dudes were on the street. The celebrities weren't the guys. So back then, Jordan getting caught up with a dude that's on the street to us it's kind of like, that makes sense. But looking back on it, you're gonna be like, what was Jordan doing hanging out with him? Bro, these are the high rollers. That's where you're gonna hang out at. They want to hang out. Nothing changed from 100 years ago when the mobs were hanging out in the speakeasies. Nothing has changed in the thousands of years of human history. That's why it's like, to me, hypocritical with Chauncey Billups being out here. And you said the most significant word that I didn't even think of in the last couple of weeks when all these headlines are coming out: entrapment. Entrapment was the word I've been looking for. Everything about that word feels like what this is. Bro, you set everybody up to go gamble, and when they do it, it's like, well, how much are y'all making off of this? Bro, ESPN just dropped Penn, a company that broke up with Barstools to go get a deal with DraftKings. In real time, they had a 10-year deal with a gambling company, dropped that and went and joined DraftKings in front of our face, in front of all these gambling scandals. It's on the low, of course. They're not going to promote that. You got another deal, another $1 billion deal with a gambling company. But this is the world that really lives out the gambling lifestyle, the high roller thing that keeps it going. You ain't gonna stop no high leverage poker game and the big dogs from it's gonna happen. But I don't like the
yeah,
fact that it feels like entrapment because it's been going on. You've been new about it, but now all of a sudden you want to make it a big deal because you want all the tax money. You got rid of alcohol, you got rid of the number run, the little bolita. Now you're getting rid of weed, and now you want to make sure you get all the money off that gambling. It's just, to me, it's clear as day.
yeah. I mean, I just feel like, all these sports eventually, you're gonna have to make a rule where, if you're a coach, if you're a player, if you have anything to do with the organization, you just can't gamble. Like you're just gonna have to do something like that, because at the end of the day, it is entrapment. I'm sorry. It's just we we got big brand deals, $1 billion deals with gambling companies, but then you're telling me I can't gamble. What? So it's a weird situation, but the thing for me is throwing games. Throwing games. I'm being honest. Now when you see some of the games, you really look and be like, wow, this shit look too crazy. Like I said, back in Mike and them era, this is not protecting them, or no, I ain't got no dog in this fight, but it never looked like them guys threw a game. This shit today, it looks insane. Unless they was able to hide it much better. But today, you like you really blatantly see a guy dribble into a trap, lose the ball, and then just walk slowly while it's a fast break going on. Like, how do you look at that?
I
How do you
think
now
that's
not go? No, no,
I,
I'm saying, how do you now just be like, nah, this, like, now you look at every play. You look at everything now, and you got a magnifying glass on, and you going. So it's I don't know, bro. It's weird, but
Yo, but yo, now that you say that, I'm like, yo, but how is this not promotion for basketball? Because they said the ratings are up 30% higher, and it's the highest it's ever been in 25 years with the gambling scandal. With the gambling scandal, with more money from the gambling. Bro, this is all promotion for the gambling. The gambling keeps you in tune. Like you said, I had to look at my co-worker's phone the other day when he was playing some random game on his phone. I'm thinking like, yo, is that the same game my son plays? I like what Andrew Schultz and him said. I think it was it. Yo, is Pokemon really gambling for the kids? Like everything is set up for us to gamble. So you like I got to be on top of my son more, and my daughter. Like you said, it's not just. It was really kind of us that were really involved in the trenches with this. And it is funny you say that because all the people that were point shaving back in the day, and even Michael Jordan being involved with gambling, even if he threw a game, it felt like he was trying to drop 50. I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna drop 50 on your man, right? But these are all the dudes that were nice. Terry Rozier, what the Porter brother?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, but hold on, but you know, to Terry Rozier's defense, you know, at one time he was a good player. You know, scary Terry. People, you know, he not saying he was one of the best players in the NBA, but he got a good contract, and he was a guy that when he got on the court, people paid attention. So I'm just saying,
I'm halfway joking, but we're going from the gambler back in the day, Michael Jordan, to Terry Rozier.
right. Well, I'm gonna just say this. You know, Terry Rozier is just the one that got caught. Who's to
Exactly.
say it ain't no big dogs out there? Because, like I say, you see some plays where, like I told you, I watched Luka dribble into a trap,
Right.
lose the ball, and act like he ain't know where it was at. And then when the ball went down for the fast break, bro, he just walked and was watching. All I'm saying is it looks weird.
Everything you're saying is so crazy because think about the Otani thing. So you didn't know, had no idea your interpreter wasn't gambling. Then you said the Luka turned the ball over. They just the Otani thing, and you can't tell me that. Oh, the LeBron thing, bro. LeBron, they're saying the kid Maverick Carter got caught up with receipts in his trunk and all that, and like, yo, I didn't bet on Laker games. So like, huh? Word?
Come on, bro.
This is out of control, and
Yeah.
I just, it is what it is. It is what it is,
Listen,
old
man,
ball.
you like, you know, and I'll just leave with this, like I said, and I'm not saying this to brag, but I've been gambling since 14, bro. I know what it is. Bro, that shit is an adrenaline rush like no other. If you don't know, you ain't gonna understand. Bro, I've been at a blackjack table and played at the same table with Hitman Hearns and Evander Holyfield, bro, in Vegas. Like, I've done that. Bro, I've done like that high, bro, is insane. I've been at a table with somebody betting 30,000 a hand, bro, and they up 2-3 million, and I'm on the table with them. I've been there. Yeah, I'm nowhere near betting that. I'm just saying, when you've been doing something for so long, bro, talking to somebody that don't understand, they gonna always look at you like you crazy. But it's listen, it's the action. It's the action. I'm gonna tell you this. I guarantee you, if it was fake money and fake chips, they would act the same.
Right.
The bravado, everything would still be the same thing.
Yeah.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
it's 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 the action. It's just something about it that's just, you know, but we see it's bad. People commit suicide, people lose everything. You can go on YouTube and just or Google just the amount of people that just is rough, man. But like I said, these guys are in position to where, you know, I tell people you already your job is the lick. Some of us, we come from the pride, we come from the ghetto, and you always dream of y'all getting me $1 million. These guys actually did it. You hit the lick. So what's the purpose of doing it when you know the consequences? That's what I'm saying. That addiction, bro, that shit is for real. So for me, I don't judge, but the NBA is dead wrong because I'm gonna say it again. Listen, you telling me y'all endorse this shit, but then y'all gonna, you know, fuck us over for doing it? It's just this shit is crazy, man.
Big time. Big time.
Yeah.
I thought this topic Damn, it fit Knicks Rehab. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Just because it's AllBall reaction doesn't mean we don't see you in the building. Mo Dollars.
Mo, what up? The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy Mo is in the building. Oh man, good evening, man. We love to see the ladies, fellas, man. Say what's up to the beautiful ladies. Good evening, good evening. Mo, what up, baby?
Now,
Yeah,
I don't know this
look,
shit.
she said, go ahead.
No.
Oh, she said, look, when you hit, you feel, look, yeah. When you hit, you feel invincible until the house takes everything you want. Yeah, man, listen. You know, that without discipline, it don't matter. Without discipline, it don't matter. But for me, it's just something that I just think when you're in a certain position, when you work a certain job, you just gotta let it go, bro. Like I said, you guys like a guy like Chauncey, what you making between 5 to 10 million a year coaching? We're not even including whatever you made already in the NBA. You played a certain amount of years, so you're gonna get the pension, the everything. Like I said, bro, it's just sometimes you have to say to yourself, okay, I gotta look at the bigger picture. I can't do this shit. But like I said, bro, when you're addicted to something, it's hard, man. It's hard. But like I said, man, these guys it's unexplainable, man. They gonna get jammed up. And I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people gonna get jammed up, bro, if it really get out of control.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.